tried so hard, but it's over. And I'm moving on, 'cause it's over. Was an impossible dream. You and I, completely out of this world, it seems. But we tried to make it work together.
Aw, I didn't mean to be so sad, but you know, this is the Relationship Odyssey, and sometimes in a relationship, it's over. Anyway, this is one of the songs that we worked on a while back, and you know, when we had discussed, Jeremy and I, doing a sort of a Chillout-Lounge sound, we had kind of wanted to do a tribute to Sade. So this particular song is kind of a nod to that sort of old school Sade kind of vibe. So I hope you like it. This song, and as you've noticed, there's a few that I hadn't played for you while we were recording. This song in particular is going to be most likely a bonus track on a limited edition album that I'm working on. But I'm going to tell you more about that, hopefully maybe in a week or so, or hopefully less. Anyway, you'll find out the details. Alright, you guys, have a great week, and I'll see you next week. See you on Twitter. Hi guys, so here we are, smack in the middle of summer, and it's been a really, really awesome summer, but really hot. You know, like here in Toronto, I don't know about where you live, but here in Toronto it's been, you know, 80s, you know, getting up to the 90s, mid-90s some days, which is pretty hot, you know, and it's not really, it's not dry heat, it's kind of humid. Anyway, this week I was over visiting a friend. We were just chatting, and unfortunately she doesn't have AC in her place, so you know, we're sitting there catching up, and I'm like totally dying of heat. You know, we had the windows open, but there was like no breeze, so we're just in this stagnant heat. And I was sitting there and I was like, oh god, I wish it was colder, you know, cooler. And it brought me, you know, to thinking about winter and how cold it was in the winter, and just this one specific incident that happened where I was at this place and there was no heating, you know, in the building, and I was like so freezing cold. And I was thinking to myself, okay, so what's worse, like too hot or too cold? And I don't know, for me personally, when I get cold, I get seriously cold to the absolute bone. I end up being like a freezy pop in a human body, right? It's like I get super, super cold to the point where like I can't move. I feel like my bones are brittle. So I was thinking to myself, you know, personally, you know, if I had to tolerate one extreme or the other, it would definitely be, you know, tolerating extreme heat. You know, cold just makes me totally not feel good. So I just wondered, you know, how do you guys deal with it? What's your preference if it's an extreme? Do you handle or tolerate heat better, or do you handle or tolerate the cold better? Leave me your comments below and let me know if you had to choose between the two evils of too hot or too cold, what would it be? Leave a comment below and I'll see you guys next week. Adios!
That's all for today.